Hey, this is Billy, and I thought I'd give you guys a review of a new LED light system, the Wi-Fi model, Chinese version that you can get on Amazon. I picked one up about 2-3 weeks ago, done a little bit of modifications to it, and I thought I'd give you a quick review. First of all, this is a 100-gallon tank, and you can see we have LPS in there, some, rose bubble tip, enemies, and we got a plate coral at the top, some softies, and that kind of stuff. I bought a different LED light on Amazon, a high-rated one, and I got it, and I just thought that the light was pink and it was too dark and it wasn't enough. So I sent that one back and tried this version out. I will say that these Chinese LEDs are very bright. It's 165 watt, 3 times 55, and one thing I really liked about it is I like the blues in them. It doesn't have, it really doesn't have the pink look that some of the other LED lights do. It's fully controllable. You can change whatever you want to change as far as colors and timing and all that stuff, and we'll get into that. Okay, well, I'm going to pop this open real quick so you can see the modifications I did. Now I have a canopy here, of course, and these aren't made for canopies. These are made to swing from an open top. I have three sets here, or 3 different lights here. Okay, and you can see that there is a bar. See that bar right there? Let me see. Let me turn a light on here. It might help out a little bit. All right, let's see if that helps. Yeah, it does a little bit. Okay, so you see right there, I added a bar that I got at Home Depot. Go into the area where they have the drape, bars or whatever that is, and this is about a $20 piece. I cut it down to 48 inches. And if you look on the edges, I have 2 U-bolts. I got one on this side and one on the other. Very simple, just line it up, drill 2 holes, put it through, and it'll hold the bar all the way across. Okay, now, the mounts that they give you are too long. Okay, so I went down, there's a bolt shop here that has this, but you might be able to get it anywhere. It's basically this, some kind of wire that has nylon around it, and then it goes back into a crimp or some kind of thing, and you crimp it with like a vise. Very simple to make. I mean, it's super easy. I cut it with a pair of dikes, no big deal. I think I have these at about 4.5 inches long, and I used their existing clips. These actually come with it. So, I mean, these are meant to hold I could probably hold 1,000 pounds, dude, to be honest with you. But anyway, so rather than having, 4 cables, which it does, that hooks up to one long thing, it just has one that goes over the top, and you can level it pretty easy. See how easy that levels? And look at all the way across, it levels out real nice. So that's the upgrade I did on the mounting. I wish they should sell this, option. I would have paid $50 for a canopy mount, and But anyway, so that's that. These things generate no heat. I mean, these have been on for a while, pretty much. Not a little bit, nothing major though. Not even close to the T5s, which I had on here before. And I always thought that I was going to come home someday with my, house on fire because I couldn't even put my hands on it. And that's energy, of course, which means you're wasting a lot of energy, and these things aren't wasting energy. It's pretty cool. I really like the brightness on these. I can tell you right now that you will not use these things at full capacity, especially when you start. That's a big no-no. You will burn corals if you come in there and try to crank up the light. I mean, I would say you start off with the whites around 30, maybe 40, but probably around 30, and then the blues probably around 70 at most. Right now I run the blues, now that I'm kind of up and going here, I run the blues probably about 85, 90, and I run the whites probably about 45, 50. I just like the kind of cooler. Now I have 3 lights here, and these are all Wi-Fi, so I control everything with my phone here, and I've seen some things, oh, it doesn't work Wi-Fi. Yeah, it does. It works really good. If you know what you're doing. Now each one of these lights has its own Wi-Fi, so I set it up, I changed the name. I have LED left, LED center, and LED right. Now the outside LEDs, the left and the right, I put on the same time, so they come on at the same time. Now I run the center, it comes on earlier and it goes off earlier. Okay, so it has this really, that you probably won't be able to see it. Let me show you here. I'll just turn it to, let's turn this thing. So turn this thing down. Let's turn this off on manual. So when I run, hang on, sorry about this. Okay, so like when I run my stuff at night, it looks like this. Really nice looking, you know what I mean? It's got the centerpiece light all lit up, and it really makes a nice showcase piece. So that's how I run it. I'm gonna put it back on Wi-Fi now, so it's gonna go back. So basically what I do is I run, you know, I run the outside's different than the center, and I just upload it. Once you put in what you want, you just upload it to the left, and then you sign into the Wi-Fi for the right light, and you upload it to that one, and then you sign in to the center light, and you will upload to that. So it's very simple, like once you just understand, okay, that's how it works. I've had no problem. Now let's talk about the corals. Some of the stuff, like these, look at the extension on this stuff. Isn't that nice? Of course, this thing's a little upset. I just had to move some rock around, but it'll double up that size. All this stuff is really done well under these LEDs for just being 3 weeks. You know, you can see some of the mushrooms are really liking it. You can see like here, like these things have really taken off. Some of the colors, I don't know if you can kind of see that mushroom in there. It's really nice. And so we're still I'm still checking it out to see how it goes. I definitely, like I said, I love the no heat. I love I mean, how it looks. You know what I mean? Compared to my T5, and I have it up a little bit higher, no water on it. Before, my T5s were always like had salt grime all over them. So, you know, I really like it, and I think it's you know, and here's the thing too. Now they have a version of this that doesn't have the Wi-Fi, okay, and it's a little bit cheaper, and you will think like, well, I'll just get those. Here's the thing about those. Those each have 2 plug-ins in the back. Each one of these only has 1 plug-in, right? So I only have 3 plug-ins for 3 lights, and that's good, because if I had the non-Wi-Fi model, it would have 2 plugs on each unit, 1 for the white, 1 for the blue, okay? And so I have a total of 6 plug-ins on this deal, right? That's for the birds, man. Who wants 6 plug-ins? So this is definitely the way to go. I think you can't beat. I mean, these things, I think I paid $145 each. So let's just say 150 times 3. What's that? 450 for 3 lights. You'd be hard pressed on buying a high-end light for that price, I think. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, there's another one out there. I think it was the current USA version. It was a real sleek thing. The only thing I didn't like about it, it sat real low to the water. Okay, so we got a lot of salt creep on it. And then another thing is, it was just dark. I mean, I don't know how, and it was pink. And I tried everything I could. It was very sleek. I liked the system on it. It had some like neat things I guess you could do. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't bright enough. There were only 40, I think each unit was only 45 watts. You know, so 45 times 2, that's 90 watts. Well, each one of these by itself is putting out 165. So, you know, and so the same price for 2, I got 3 of these, you know, that's a no-brainer, man. I mean, it's like, I thought it was a no-brainer. I mean, it's like, so, and, oh, one more thing too. So we have this in our room here, okay? And aside from my daughter here making some noise, I like it quiet, right? Nobody wants a loud fish tank. Nobody wants a loud fish tank when they're sleeping or something like that, right? So I was worried about the fans because a couple of years ago I tried one of these units out and the fans were just like obnoxious. I couldn't do it. It was so loud that I've been hearing fans all day. So now they've changed that and I can't even hear the fans. See that? You can't even tell they're on. I mean, all the stuff underneath is loud, way louder than that. So it's a very quiet light. I like that. And it's you won't hear it. You won't even know it's on, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I don't know what they're doing in China, but they got something going on with the LEDs. They've done a good job. No problems. The customer service is really good. The only problem is they don't have a company. So you can't really, they don't have like, okay, well, I'm having a problem. So call this company and they'll have a conversation. On Amazon though, you can ask a question. I mean, they have awesome customer service. I mean, they will, you know, they're very prompt in getting back to you and, you know, and all that stuff. So, you know, if it holds up, this is the way to go, in my opinion. I haven't seen anything out there as good as this, so as far as a bang for the buck. So we'll just see how it hangs up, and I'll come back later and I'll do another review, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, this is Billy, and this is my review of the Amazon LED Wi-Fis.